Hello everyone, my name is Ileana Mena, and today I will be discussing why not all sex offenders should be monitored for life. Jerry is a 20-year-old college sophomore who's led an exemplary life, graduating high school with honors and earning a full scholarship to Columbia University in New York City. He had high hopes and dreams of one day becoming a successful lawyer. His life was going just the way he dreamed until the night he made a terrible, uninformed decision. He met a very beautiful, exciting, and seductive woman at a party. They talked, consumed alcohol, and danced all night. They were high on life and emotions. One thing led to another and found themselves having relations. Rumors about Jerry's encounter started swirling around in the days after the incident. One day, to his most unpleasant surprise, found officers at his door with accusations of child molestation. The woman at the party turned out to be the 16-year-old sister of a student at the university. His lifelong goal was shattered as he was convicted of child molestation and had to register as a sex offender, a title that he will hold for the next 20 years of his life. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children reported that there were 747,408 registered sex offenders in the United States in the year 2013. The U.S. government places offenders into three categories. I am one who knows how important it is to consider levels of offenses, as I am personally familiar with a level 1 offender who fell into the system not knowing that he was committing a crime. I feel that sex offenders should only be monitored for life depending on the offense. I want to inform you on the 3 offender levels and describe how some people can unfairly fall into level 1. I also want to describe how difficult it is for these particular level 1s to make a life after they have been registered. Sexual offenders should be monitored depending on their offense. Government classifies offenders in 3 levels of severity, 1 being the lowest, 2 moderate, and 3 the highest. A level 3 is a person who imposed dangerous and severe acts on a victim or victims. This person is a serial offender who poses a threat to others. A level 2 is a person who also imposed unwanted acts on a victim or victims. An example is rape by force. This person poses a moderate risk to others. A level 1 is a one-time offender with no previous sexual assault history. Some may have participated in consensual sexual acts with people closely related in age. They are not likely to reoffend and pose little to no threat to others. With no distinction in the word sex offender, we can see how some, and again I say some, non-threatening level 1s could be viewed as a dangerous threat to others. I am not commending any inappropriateness that a level 1 may have committed. However, we should consider that there are real predators out there that purposely carried out their pedophiliac desires on their victims. These are the ones society should really be concerned about. Currently, level 1s have to be monitored for 20 years. It may not be a lifetime, but still a very long span of a person's life to carry such a burdensome title. Many level 1s are people who made uninformed decisions about a partner they had relations with, and some plainly made mistakes at a young age. There have been reported cases of offenders having engaged in relations with minors due to lack of age knowledge. These are the cases where a teen lies about their age to date an older individual. Growing up, I saw firsthand how many of my friends would use fake IDs to get into clubs and meet older men. I also witnessed a good friend of mine go through the painful experience of going to jail and registering as a sex offender at 20 years old for dating and having relations with a 14-year-old girl who lied about her age. Her choice not to reveal her age left him facing something he never would have imagined. My friend was not on a hunt for children or people to harass. He thought he was dating an 18-year-old woman. He is someone that could have been your son or grandson. He was the typical boy next door who now has to carry a shameful title wherever he goes. Consequently, in such cases, more harm is done than good when monitoring an individual. Living a normal life can be very difficult for these particular level ones, as they are judged according to the crimes of willful predators. Nicole Pittman, a journalist for the Daily Beast, conducted a 16-month study on the effects of carrying labels for offenses that occurred many years ago in the lives of offenders. She stated, people under 18 convicted of sex offenses, some as young as 8, face decades or even a lifetime of stigma, of discrimination, and suffocating restriction. She quotes an unnamed offender saying, I live in a general sense of hopelessness and combat suicidal thoughts almost daily. The shame will never go away. People will always remember. It is very hard for these individuals to make life what they'd hoped for, with such label placed on them. Memories of painful past can be hard to let go for anyone, but imagine that painful past being brought up everywhere you go, making it hard for you to start over. This is what these people face when they move to new places, go on job interviews, start new jobs, and schools. The release of information makes them social lepers. The enforcement of sexual offender registration is a necessity for public safety. There are deviants in the world whose actions need to be exposed, and people near them need to be advised in order to take precaution. The categorization of offenders helps the people distinguish severity of crime. However, the level 1 category is one that many can fall into, not knowing necessarily that they were committing a crime. Even though levels have to distinguish offender crimes, the sexual offender label holds no distinction in the eyes of the general public, as all are perceived as sexual predators. Sexual offenders should be monitored depending on their offense. Many level 1s are people who made uninformed decisions or wrong ones at an early age. They are the ones trying to live normal lives despite the stigma. If people understood that not all level 1s intentionally offended, they would be more considerate before treating them differently as neighbors, fellow students, and coworkers. My name is Liliana Mena. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.